been fantastic to be back here at the Imperial War Museum, Duxford, for our first auction of 2024. And the room, I'm pleased to say, was absolutely packed with plenty of familiar faces, but it was also great to see so many new bidders and buyers in the room with us yesterday. Thanks to everybody who placed bids either in advance of the sale through commission. We had plenty of telephones and lots of activity on the internet as well, so thank you to all bidders across all platforms. Some of the best sellers which I'd like to highlight include the Lamborghini Espada. Now that was one of just 55 factory-built automatic cars. It was in the ownership of the Kuwaiti royal family for around 20 years, and it was in close to or concours condition, so I'm not surprised that sold well and found a new home for £79,500. Another car from a similar era that achieved a strong price as well was the Porsche 911, the 930 Turbo, in the iconic colour scheme of triple black. It had done around 75,000 miles from memory, and that sold for a smidge under £100,000. Another supercar includes the McLaren, more modern this one. It was a 2012 car, the MP4-12C. Current lady ownership since 2018 and around 12,500 miles from new. A notably nice example, and again sold well to achieve just under £71,000 in total. On the other end of the spectrum, we had a Minerva. So these are the Belgian-built Land Rovers under licence. Now this was a particularly rare one, being one of the armoured examples. So it was one of 30 of the armoured Air Commando vehicles. Really strong bidding on the Minerva. It was guided from memory at 20 to 24,000. People in the room, people on the internet, and the bidding eventually finished at 29,500 on the Hammer, so a really strong result for the Minerva. Another car that way achieved over the top estimate was the Porsche 911 oil flap car. So people who know their 911s will know the exterior oil flap cars are very, very rare. This was one of only 104 in right-hand drive. It was a project, but a very solid car from the looks around it, and again, commission, internet, telephone, room bidding, so across all platforms, way over top estimate in the final selling price, and that achieved in the end £65,250. Again, a completely different classic, the Packard 8 convertible Victoria, beautiful Art Deco styling, one of my personal favourites, great colour scheme, something that, if you like pre-war cars, really you're going to stand out from the crowd in. That achieved £56,250 in total, so another strong seller. Finally, I'd like to point out a Rolls-Royce and a Bentley. So first the Rolls-Royce, the Silver Seraph. That was one of the last of the line cars, 42 right-hand drive in total. Beautiful colour scheme, really, really best of breed example, that car. The interior was beautiful, and that achieved £51,750 in total. And finally, the Bentley Azure Mulliner, that was one of 23 right-hand drive cars. Very powerful cars, the Mulliner Azures. Strong bidding again, a few telephones on it and internet, and achieved £67,500 in total. The final car which I'd like to highlight was one of the no reserve lots, so thank you for all the vendors which entered cars at no reserve and entrusted us with them. The best seller of the no reserves was the Ferrari Dino, the 308 GT4, taken out of a garage in London just before the sale. It had been in there for a number of years, a really tempting restoration project. Again, bidding across multiple platforms, and in the end, I believe sold to a room bidder, achieving in total £23,625. We've got two more auctions at Duxford with H&H this year, so we'll be back here in June, and we'll also be here in September. But before that, we'll be at the National Motorcycle Museum for the motorbikes towards the end of the month, and then we'll be at the Pavilion Gardens in Buxton at the end of April. If you have any questions on any of the vehicles in either of those auctions, or if you'd like to consign a car or a bike to either of the auctions that are coming up or in the future, please get in contact with one of the team. So you can do that via email on sales@h&h.co.uk, or you can do it via the telephone by calling the office on 01925 210035. Thanks again for everybody who attended the auction yesterday. It was great to see so many people here in person, and we will look forward to seeing you very, very soon at either NMM, Buxton, or again at Duxford. Thank you.